cabana. I hope things look reasonable. I've been trying to work on my lighting. Every time I go live, then I can see shadows. Maybe if I turn on a filter, that'll take care of it. But yeah, your friend Eddie Griffin, who you know from Malcolm and Eddie and some other films. If you're familiar with the black sitcom world, you definitely know who he is. And he apparently had a comedy tour date in Omaha, Nebraska, where he chose to attack Jada Pinkett Smith, her husband, her mother, her children. Then he used the F-bomb, the very, very bad F-bomb, slurring gay people. And then he went in on black women, of course, because it's outrage marketing. I don't know if anyone's heard from Eddie Griffin in years. Is he still funny? Because it seems like he's struggling. You know, the quickest way to get attention on the internet is what? To attack black women. And that's what he did. He said that the black community is in disarray because black women decided to take financial support from the government in the form of Section 8 housing vouchers, and that prevented black men from being part of the family and from being in the house. It's like, well, whatever happened to black men providing for their children and families? There wouldn't be any need for Section 8. Yeah, everyone's struggling, but you can't ignore the fact that black women have always worked in this country, whether it's slavery, emancipation, Jim Crow. Black women were working as domestic workers. Certainly my grandmothers both did, and have always kept a job. If women are raising small children and they do not have a partner who is working and providing for small children, I think that becomes a moment where, you know, having a government or a person or a provider of any kind, it's a desperate situation. And it's actually great that safety net eventually, although it did not always, extend to black women. Black women were not able to get welfare in a lot of states after World War II or World War, was it FDR who created those programs? But feel free to chime in the chat. Like, it just wasn't possible and it wasn't available to black folks, right? Just like veterans benefits to buy a home, where that wasn't available to black veterans after World War II. You know, Eddie Griffin has made a choice to, in his latest marriage, to be married to, or at least have a child with an Asian woman. I don't know if they're married. Maybe they are, but it's fine. Do whatever you want to do. But maybe you should focus your comedy on Asian women. Maybe you should focus your comedy on black men. Maybe you should focus your comedy on cis hetero black men who are uncomfortable with gay people. Maybe you should focus your comedy on black actors and comedians who don't have the level of career that Will Smith and his family and all of his relatives seem to have. Is it jealousy? Is it kind of narcissistic triangulation, trying to put other people down so you can kind of cozy up to what I'm guessing is a MAGA style crowd out in Omaha, Nebraska, right? The lowest hanging fruit, the kind of cheapest ways in which you can appeal to the sensibilities of your audience. Is that what was going on? I mean, it's shocking from a man who has made, I think, the bulk of his career off the fandom and backs of black people, black women included, and that he decides to be so crappy about talking smack in a venue where there probably weren't too many black women there, right? So is this, you know, tell us how you really feel, right? And I'm looking forward to people exploring these sentiments, and actually I want to see the video and hear the actual words, because is it substance abuse? Is it a lapse in judgment? Is it some sort of mental health crisis that would make you so destructive and hurtful toward other black people? And especially because It's Black History Month. The irony. The Black community has done nothing but love and support you during your whole career, and this is how, this is how you repay that kindness. It's disappointing to say the least, and it's an outrage. And shout out to Gossip of the City for breaking this story on their Instagram. I know that they're a subscription service, and then Media Takeout had covered it, but it's shameful and disappointing, right? So many things going on in the world. So many situations need commentary, that need insight and illumination, but no, it's just easier to attack Black women, and easier to attack gay people, and easier to attack people who aren't you and aren't your new favorite people. Let's just see how this plays out. If there was ever a set of statements to beg for cancellation, to beg for legitimate questions about who you think you are in 2023, then this, Eddie Griffin, is it. And I urge everyone to look into this matter. And there's probably been warning signs about this set of opinions before, but how you expect to move forward in the entertainment business with these kinds of slurs just tumbling out of your mouth with ease, it's going to be quite a long road to hoe, as we would say in Arkansas. So in any case, I'd better go to bed because I have to go take a global panini test tomorrow. And this is my makeup. It's my favorite Naked Urban Decay Wild West palette. So gorgeous. Oh, I can't get enough of this palette. I do have to wash the brush because I've been going ham with it. So cute. Highly recommend. If you are my complexion, jewel tones, nude, perfect, accent colors, just dreamy. And if you are able to get your hands on the Pat McGrath Bridgerton collection, this shade Negligee, I've lined it with NYX's Moonwalk pencil. So gorgeous. Just an elevated nude, right? It has sort of notes of brown and gray in it, so it's not gonna scream bubblegum pink. It's not gonna look tacky. It's not gonna look chalky, but with a liner that's not even brown. It just illuminates the face, and it dresses the face, and it looks so chic. Highly recommend both products. I know Pat McGrath is pricey, but during Black History Month, I think it's important for us to support other Black people who are doing it big and doing it luxury. Look at this packaging. Just, talk about gorgeous. How feminine, how pretty, how special, right? You pull this out at brunch, everyone's gonna be impressed. And look how it's engineered so that the bow faces you when the bullet faces me. So cute. So cute. Just, satin finish. Satin Allure is the name of the formula. This is the shade Negligee. Sumptuous, right? If you had that beautiful man from Bridgerton looking at you and you were wearing this beautiful lipstick color, it's Satin Allure 494 in Negligee. Oh, Pat McGrath just stays helping you put your best foot forward. And so does Urban Decay. If you can get this and this, well, you are well prepared for Valentine's Day because, baby, these are gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And, I've certainly lusted over many a Pat McGrath palette when I visit Sephora. One day, I'll have that kind of disposable income. But in any case, I just wanted to update you as we're kicking off Black History Month. We got to stay conscious. We have to stay aware of who our friends and not friends are. might be. We got to check on these behaviors and comments and, you know, kind of walk between the raindrops, because there's a lot of risk out in these streets. There's a lot of people hostile to Black women and Black people, and we got to figure out who they are. All right, well, stay careful, stay woke, and I will see you on the next episode of SISTA Says here on House of Tanya. All right, bye.